expressed in this program by the host or guests do not state or reflect those of the company, its management, sponsors, or any entities they represent.
Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis, and breaking scoreboard. Simone of the Olympics, defense and big business. The Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. DeeTrynt, GameChanga Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. Now, that's really good. It's good to see y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Browns weekend. All right, well, first, O State play today. A nighttime game. They playing Toledo, which is another home state team. Hopefully Toledo go out there and show some things, you know what I'm saying, put themselves on the map, you feel me? But I fully expect O State to go out there and blow them out, okay? But because when you're a Browns fan, times out of 10, you a Buckeye fan, so I just throw that in there at the beginning. But them Browns want to know to start the season, you know what I'm saying? And that's a good feeling, all right? They didn't play their absolute best, but they played a pretty good brand of football in week 1. They come out victorious. Was it 26-24? Cleveland over the Panthers. All right. Jacoby looked it all right. He was definitely hindered by emotion. But nonetheless, he led us to a game-winning drive that led us to the game-winning field goal. All right. And we came up out of there 1-0 for the first time in 18 years. We start the season 1-0. All right. The game gods must love us. They must love us because we go from 1-0 to getting the Jets, Jets. All right. Now, this game will be going on tomorrow. It's a 1 o'clock start. It is the home opener. It is the home opener for the Browns. All right. So, can the Browns start off 2-0? Is that something that they should be doing? All right. Now, this Jets team is hindered by injuries. They franchise left tackle gone in the middle of training camp. Left knee or leg injury, something like that. Hopefully he comes back twice as better than ever. We wish him all the best. That's Mekhi Becton. They brought in veteran Dwayne Brown, and then he went down. First game of the preseason, they franchise quarterback goes down. So now they're running with Joe Flacco, the whole plethora of I'm sorry, y'all. The whole gang of weapons, all right? Garrett Wilson, he there. You know what I'm saying? Breece Hall, he there. Michael Carter, he there. Corey Davis, he there. You know what I'm saying? They got CJ Uzomah at tight end, he there. Jordan Whitehead. Some of these names is just familiar from the Browns and their division and things like that, all right? The Jets got a pretty nice team. They still got C.J. Mosley over there, Carl Lawson on that defense. They still got a host of other, nice linemen and things like that. Look, I ain't gonna lie and tell y'all I just didn't became all the way in tune with the Jets defense or they personnel, but they do got a few pieces I like. Sauce Gardner, who they drafted, another guy that I like. But what's interesting, hold on, y'all. What's interesting about these guys? what's really interesting about this, okay? In the street sports, man. DeeTrynt, GameChanga Sports Talk. I appreciate y'all. What's interesting about this Jets team is that they can make some noise. Like, they have talent. It's not like, they're this, under talented or under skilled team. They're just still working to putting it together. I put them at where the Browns was before they got Kevin Stefanski. Now I think Robert Saleh as the head coach is a lot better than whatever Freddie Kitchens ever would have brought to the table. Um, and I think, he could do the job that a Greg Williams did, maybe even better, but I'm not down on the Jets per se. I'm just not that high on them at this point in time. They went against the Ravens last week. All right. For those who didn't catch the recaps, you could definitely catch the recaps on DeeTrynt. Subscribe to the DeeTrynt page. Catch football Thursdays with me and Scully. We do the recaps for the week. But them Jets went against the Ravens last week, and Lamar Jackson act like he just knew he was the gunslinger he was just throwing it everywhere. Duvernay caught 2 passes. Rashad Bateman caught a touchdown pass. They really didn't run the ball at all. But nonetheless, they more or less manhandled the Jets, who has an improved secondary, but Lamar Jackson, for a running back that's supposed to can't throw, he lit their ass up. So, let's get into what the Browns have to do. Now, it's a lot of parallels, okay? Robert Saleh, head coach for the Jets, and defensive coordinator for us, Joe Woods, were on that San Francisco Super Bowl run team. Ain't win, but they went. And they was together for multiple years. So I think you will see similar defenses against each other. A headache of a front four, nice linebackers to complement with secondaries that could really give another team problems. Now, the Jets defense ain't where the Browns defense at, all right? And the problems on that offensive line don't help the Jets either, right? Because your left tackle is, what's his name? Fant? What's this guy's name? Fant. Something Fant, but I don't want to mess it up and call him the wrong name. Whatever the case, I just had the name here. Whatever the case, though, this is a guy that they brought in and picked up, George Fant, that they picked up a couple weeks ago. He got to check Myles Garrett. So it's going to be a lot of rotation to that side. Now, the Jets do got Joe Flacco starting. Last week, they had Joe Flacco throw the ball 60 times. I don't care who you are. If Joe Flacco is your quarterback and he's throwing the ball 60 times, there's a good chance your team's going to lose. Very good chance. Because for one, he ain't a 60 attempts a game type of quarterback. That's just not his game. Not when you want him to be successful. They should be running the ball, working off play action. But, hey, don't work to your strengths against the Browns. Let us come in here and do our thing. All right, so let's get back to this line. Fant's going to have a problem. And then on the right-hand side, they got to deal with Jadeveon Clowney. And Taven Bryant, starting D tackle for the Browns, had a very good game last week. I thought he was very disruptive. He might even have twice the good as the game this game. It's possible. It's definitely the table is set for him to excel this game. As well for those linebackers. The Jets have a couple of nice young running backs, Michael Carter, Breece Hall. And but the Browns got nice, fast, athletic linebackers, JOK, Anthony Walker, Sione Takitaki, Jacob Phillips. So I think, this is a good game for them to get more confidence as far as being able to shut down tight ends and and running backs off the backfield. Um, you know, Greedy Williams still down in the secondary, but we brought over a guy, Thomas Graham, got him off the waiver wire uh, from the Chicago Bears. It's a young man who played a lot of nickel and slot, but he played a significant time for Chicago while he was over there, leaving into the second year. With Greedy Williams not suiting up and Herb Miller gone, I wouldn't be shocked to see this man play, even if he just plays special teams and just get that game feel. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play. Um, but them bringing him on does say something about where they think Greedy is, or just being prepared for what may or may not be with Greedy when he returns in the next 3 weeks. Um, they got nice receivers, the headline by Corey Davis and uh and Garrett Wilson. And Garrett Wilson returning back to the Buckeye State, you know what I mean? So I know that's got to mean something. Um, but they not about to get off nothing. It is about to be a slow day for the Jets. Now, mind you, a lot of the media hate Cleveland, okay? They can't stand Cleveland. Oh, they got a good team. Oh, they got a nice quarterback. Oh, they got one of the better backup quarterbacks. Oh, they got one of the good front office and good coaching staff. And can't nobody, none of these other people outside of Cleveland can't seem to respect the fact that that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? That that's what we got going on. And I think this is going to be a fantastic game for Cleveland to just show them, like, bro, like, it don't matter what y'all think. Y'all can't stop us. Okay? Y'all cannot stop us. Hold on, I'm going to tell you why they can't stop us. First and foremost, y'all, the Browns undeniably got the best backfield offensive line combo in the NFL. In the NFL. The best good line with top ranked running backfield. All right. And I don't know what the Jets gonna do with that alone. I've seen a lot of defense swear up and down that they could stop Nick Chubb. I ain't seen the defense do it yet. All right. I ain't seen the defense stop Kareem Hunt yet. I ain't seen the team stop them as a duo. The only thing that stops them is when Stefanski stopped giving them the ball. All right. Um, so, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say we might do 180, 200 in rushing today. Especially if the game plan for the Browns is similar to what the Ravens did to the Jets last week, and that's take advantage of them in the passing game. Now, some people will be objective to that for how Jacoby played last week, but if you watch any of the all 22s or any of the breakdowns, shout out to Quincy Carrier, Garrett Bush, a couple other guys who do a lot of film breakdown. Very appreciative to be able to tune into those things. Um, that it's only a time and chemistry issue between Jacoby Brissett and the rest of this receiving staff. Now, mind you, in game one, he didn't even have all his weapons available to him. All right. Um, Njoku really didn't get in the game. Harrison Bryant had a couple catches. Amari Cooper didn't really get in the game. Donovan Peoples-Jones was really stole the show for the receiver room. And Anthony Schwartz, he came with with a couple clutch plays, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. Them two end rounds that he did, one got a first down, one got close to a first down. And then he had to catch in the fourth quarter that extended the drive. And I hope those are really good confidence builders for him. A lot of people complained about Demetric Felton last week and his return game, and I just felt like last week was just it was his first time really getting comfortable back there. You know what I'm saying? So I I think he's going to have a better game returning if they leave him back there. Now the Browns been kind of busy um, behind the scenes. I don't know what's up with Perion Winfrey, y'all. An article came out, reports came out that Perion Winfrey is under disciplinary action. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is not his first incident.
Yeah, they
He done had multiple.
they talking about he I don't think this was his first time being late because you know the Browns they give you chances and shit. So
Right.
this had to be something that he kept on doing, and by his attitude, he talking about he don't like the rules and all type of. So I don't know. Yeah,
He
he,
tripping.
he got to get his mind together. And what he a seventh round pick,
No, he was a fourth. He was a
fourth,
fourth.
fourth. I
Fourth.
said seven, but yeah, finish doing your thing. You said you this ain't his first time.
No, you're right. And as Hollywood just alluded to, the Browns, and I'm gonna say something about all Cleveland sports teams on this note. When our organizations really mess with you and they behind you, all the stuff you do don't hit the light. It just don't. And you know, Perion doing the most, bro. I don't know why. You know, I don't know where he from like that. I ain't did the background on him like that to know where he from or what may even, you know, where he might get this mentality from. What I will say is though, bro, you have a unique opportunity that 95% of people in this world do not get. And that's you get to make good money doing something that you love to do. You have a chance to be a core piece on a future dynasty. Bro, put it together, man. You know what I'm saying? We grown men out here, man. At some point, a man must put down childish things and do what grown men supposed to do. I know I ain't do the quote exactly like it's supposed to say. I'm summarizing, but I'm just saying. At some point, bro, you gotta do what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And hold it down. You're gonna be missed this game, but guys like Tommy Togiai, Jordan Elliott, they're gonna get their chance. And just to finish the point of why I brought up, because we've held a lot of auditions this week. Multiple defensive linemen, linebackers. We, like I said, when we signed the cornerback Thomas Graham Jr., we signed a receiver Chester Rogers, a guy who's been in the league a couple years, and he may be a good return guy. So depending on how Felton do today, could be the end of the line for him on a return side. I like Felton back there. I'm a guy that feel like you gotta let a guy get used to playing in that role and get his legs and his thoughts up under him, get his conditioning up under him. When you always moving a person around, you're not giving them time to get comfortable. They're not learning the nuances of the role because you always moving them around. So if you want somebody to be successful at something, you have to give them time to be able to understand what they're doing, have a lot of reps at doing it, let them fail and overcome their failure, overcome their obstacles, and it'll be cool. Perion, though, Perion might be going on the IR. I wouldn't be surprised if he randomly had a tweak, hamstring, something, you know what I'm saying? Or he may have to take some time out for mental health issues. But I just don't believe that the Browns is trying to bring in or auditioning for all these defensive linemen if they not about to make a move on him. Maybe, through the weekend, maybe he shows something different and it changes. But, we going to see. All right. Now, let's keep getting into the breakdown. Oh, yeah. I don't know. My hula go. Let me tell you. I don't have any expectations for the Browns this season. I'm taking everything game by game so I can actually enjoy it. I feel like this Jets game should be used to get their time and a rhythm together. I feel like if the Browns just play the same brand of bad football that they played last week, no turnovers, minimal penalties, none at all. Stay aggressive. Communication is good. I don't see how they don't dominate this game the way they dominated majority of the Carolina game. I think Jacoby Brissett gonna be on the money this Sunday. Last week he was, like I say, he was emotional. For those that don't know, that was the first time he was the predetermined week 1 starter in his career. The other time he was a week 1 starter, he got brought in 2 weeks before the season started and had to learn the offense and all the first team reps in 2 weeks. Here with these Browns, he's had a couple months to prepare. So I can imagine those emotions for him. You know what I'm saying? And he let that be known, that's so manly, bro. When you could just be honest about who you is and how you feel, bro. That it don't get no more manly than that. I don't know who told y'all it don't get no more manly than that. You know what I'm saying? It take a man to be able to make himself to allow himself to be vulnerable and still stand on his. Period. I think after looking at the tape this week, he's seeing these things and he's like, bro, I know better. So, I don't expect him to be shy. He has nothing to lose, bro. You got everything to win and nothing to lose. Take you some chances. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit your open receivers, get with that chemistry. I would love to see Amari Cooper go for plus 150 in receiving today. I would love it. But all them people keep saying he washed up and it's over and all this old extra crazy. I would love to see Amari Cooper go ham. All right? Look, give me 7, 8 catches, 140, 150. Give me 12 catches for 180. I'm with the shits. David Bell is a guy that I think you'll see a lot more today. We didn't really see him in the first week, and I like how Stefanski and them do it, all right? When you do everything that you're asked, you know what I'm saying, you give it your best, you progress. Regardless of how talented you is, this regime seems to reward consistency. You know what I mean? And I just think because David Bell missed so much time, as part of the reason he didn't really get a lot of reps game 1. Not because he's not talented or he couldn't have did nothing, but you missed some of the lessons that you had to catch up on. So it's hard to put you in there, especially when that game became the way it came. Now, people argue he didn't have to do it like that, but I'm cool with the Browns doing it like that because it lets other people know, like, okay, he got a system and he know what he owns. He want to make sure that his guys can come in and compete at the highest level and get it all when they step in. And that's all you ask your coaches to do is put you in the best position to succeed. So we should see a lot of David Bell today. I want to see them do more with, jet sweeps with Anthony Schwartz. And I would like to see that turn into a double reverse with Demetric Felton. And I think that's important for this team to do those things because our running backs are going to draw a lot of attention. So a team needs to know, an opposing defense needs to know that they are not the only 2 guys who can come out that backfield with the rock and put a hurt in them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Schwartz or Felton, whether it's, in the future, Deshaun on the scramble, whether we bring in a Ford and let him do some things. They need to know that whoever line up in that backfield is a threat. It don't matter. So whenever we run play action, it's a hard bite from the linebackers and secondary because it's just the Cleveland Browns running game is just that intimidating. All right. DeeTrynt, GameChanga Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. As you know, we're streaming on all social platforms, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, the Instagram. If you miss it live, you can definitely catch the replays and listen to it as much as you want on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public.
I got question. I don't know if you talked about it yet.
Go ahead.
Coach, what you want to see from Coach?
Coach Stefanski. And you know what? And this go for him and Joe Woods. First off, I thought they both called a hell of a game in that first game. I thought the play calling on both sides of the ball was on point. I thought the special teams work was on point. So in this game, I'm looking to see more offensive sets. One thing that nobody can say about Kevin Stefanski is that he don't know how to scheme receivers open. We've had Baker play quarterback, Nick Mullins play quarterback, Case Keenum play quarterback, and Jacoby Brissett play quarterback for us. And the two now starting to be 3 seasons that Kevin Stefanski has been here. And every last one of those quarterbacks won a game. So, and you look at last week's game, like Stefanski knows how to scheme his offense open, put them in a position to succeed. It's all about player execution. But what I do want to see is him expand them formations. All right. I want to see the shotgun because they didn't do shotgun with Chubb and Hunt in the backfield together. They did shotgun with Chubb or Hunt in the slot. Then they might have motion. I don't want to see that. I want to see 2 running backs with Njoku in the slot or Njoku on the outside and Amari in the slot. You know what I'm saying? I want to see some combinations of that. I want to see a trips with 2 tight ends and a running back and a Felton or something or Schwartz. You know what I'm saying, on one side, and then you could just have a receiver or your third tight end on the blocking side over there. I want to see different. I want to see purposely implemented mismatches. I want to know how much does CJ Mosley still got in the tank. I want to see him be aggressive. So that's my main thing with Stefanski and Woods. I want to see different personnel lineups. I want to see different formations. I want you to keep the Jets guessing. All right? That is the main thing from them. And as far as the special teams go, because that is like one of my big watches this season, is the play of the special team. You know, I feel like a big part of the reason why Stefanski and Woods play calling stood out more last week than it has over the prior 2 seasons is because the special teams did their job. The punter was putting Carolina inside the 20 from anywhere on the field. Whether he was kicking it from inside his 20 or inside his 30, he was putting Carolina inside their 20. We need that. Field position is a big part of the game. All right. K. York, he didn't miss. As long as we can keep that going, I'm advocating for it. All right. The return game, they didn't even want Ford returning, and people ain't even peeked. Jerome Ford was handling the kick returns, and Demetric Felton was handling the punt returns. And that's interesting to me because in game 1, prior to game 1, I was interested to see what they used for running backs. Dearness Johnson didn't even dress last game. It could be possible he don't dress this game. He might be about to get traded. I'm telling y'all, like I adore Dearness Johnson as a football player, and the consistent rock that he has been for that running back room. I also would like to see him get paid and be a starter. You know what I mean? So as much as it hurts to not see him playing, I hope somebody comes and gets him. I ain't gonna even lie. I love to see him go to Philly and play the 2-man game with Miles Sanders with Jalen Hurts over there. That'd be crazy. I don't know what they're going to give me, though. I would love to get Jordan Davis. I know y'all ain't going to do it, you know what I'm saying? But I'd love to get him, just on the strength. But, we might take a future pick or something and do something like that. But I really don't expect overall, like, I ain't gonna say expect. I don't believe that the Jets gonna do a whole lot of damage. I do think the Browns have to take heed from last week, though. No matter how much you're dominating the game, one or two slip ups could cost you no momentum, could cost you the lead. You know what I'm saying? But I think they're gonna clean it up. I think the standouts from tomorrow's game is gonna be Jacoby, Ninjoku, and my fault, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Jacoby, Ninjoku, the running backs, Amari. If something gets subbed, though, I think David Bell might be the guy. Um, I don't think Sauce gonna do too good on checking Amari, but I think he might do a hell of a job on Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that's no knock on Donovan, or I'm not like trying to big Sauce up more than him. I just feel like, for Sauce being a first year player, his talent level was just at a different stage than what Peoples was in his first year. And I think, even though he's in his third year, he's just not really starting to get his footing as a consistent starting receiver. So Amari is a guy. David Bell is my sleeper guy. Felton in the return game is another sleeper guy to watch for. On this defense, I think Miles gonna take over the game, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. Miles should have had like 5 sacks last week. And I mean, this is a reoccurring thing for Miles, man. Every game he got potential to have 4, 5 sacks. You know what I'm saying? But this game, though, Flacco, who can't run, who almost 40, and is a big target at 6'6", I think they're going to be teeing off on him, bro. The way that we thought, or a lot of people thought that Browns front four was going to tee off on Baker, I think they're going to tee off on Flacco. Mike White might play this game, y'all. It's already people in the Jets organization want Mike White to play. Mike White is a quarterback who got drafted in the same draft as Lamar Jackson and Josh Rosen and Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield. But he was drafted in the later rounds by the Patriots. He's been with the Jets going on his second year with them. And, the way that Browns defense is going to show up tomorrow, bro, he might play. I don't know if it's going to be in the second quarter or it's going to be in the second half, but he might play. If I'm giving score predictions, I'm going to say the Browns 31-13. I think the Jets could get a touchdown somewhere. Maybe it's just on a luck play or just a good play by one of their veterans. Because this is football, man. You can never count nobody out. But I don't think they have the type of team that could do multiple scoring drives, not like at a high rate. But I give them a touchdown and 2 field goals. But I think Jacoby throw for 2 touchdowns, and them running backs get a touchdown apiece. If it ain't just Chubb getting a couple touchdowns to tie up with Hunt. I think if they come out firing on all cylinders, though, they might could put up 40. DeeTrynt, GameChanga Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. You know what I'm saying? Just doing a quick preview of Jets versus Browns. It'll be kicking off tomorrow, September 18th, Cleveland, Ohio, First Energy Stadium, right off the lakefront. All right. Make sure Dog Pound representatives is all in attendance. Make sure it's loud in there. Show love. the Browns are 1-0, looking for 2-0 to start off the season. They need all the support and all the love that we can bring into that building. You know what I'm talking about? You should be able to watch it on CBS. If you have the NFL Plus app, you might be able to watch it on there. If you have the Paramount app, which is basically CBS's app, you should be able to watch it on there. You know, it's a few streaming sites that you may be able to get it. You got the NFL ticket, you know what I'm saying, or the Bally Sports app. You might be able to watch it on those as well. So, you know, look, however you can, make sure you support these Browns, man. What's good, bro?
Download that Cleveland Browns app too.
Oh, that Cleveland Browns app?
Yeah, I was telling them to download that Cleveland Browns app too. Land on Demand, ESPN Land on Demand. Yeah, y'all download that Cleveland Browns app and that Land on Demand too.
Look, there's some more outlets for y'all. So everybody got a chance to find some type of way to stream the game. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not in the building, man, you know how Cleveland fans is. That energy felt all over the world. You feel me? But it's a pleasure rocking with y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Got the new Cavs article jumping out about Spider landed in Cleveland. So make sure y'all check us out on InDaStreetzSportz.com and catch all the articles and stuff. We always appreciate everybody who's chiming in. I didn't even bring the chat up this time. My fault, y'all. I don't know who said what. You feel me? But did you freeze? But it's been a pleasure, y'all. DeeTrynt, GameChanga Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. You know what I mean? Like I say, follow us on all social platforms. If you missed this episode, definitely check it out on Anchor or Spotify. Subscribe. All right, and we'll get up with y'all later, man. Stay blessed.